What's up, everybody? Uh, Making this video because I think I finally figured out what my purpose is on this earth. I think my purpose is to help people who's going through depression, people with overthinking problems, I guess it could just be depression in general. But because I've suffered with it for a pretty long time. I've just recently started understanding the spirituality of life, of how you can disconnect from the physical and just like meditating and stuff to, help calm yourself down. Because if you're an overthinker, you got all these thoughts when you're in public or just living life that don't really do you any good, but it controls your emotion and it makes you feel terrible. You start thinking about stuff that doesn't matter. Like if you going around people and you're sitting there thinking if you look okay and stuff like that, you're just thinking about, I don't know, you just got, it's kind of hard to explain, but I've noticed that like I kind of have therapist traits. Like I always study myself to try to figure out the things that I got going on, try to figure out, all the problems that I have. And I do the same thing to other people. Like, I'll try to sit there and figure out the psychology of why you're doing the things that you do, like your past experiences, your childhood trauma, and why that built you up to the person that you are today. I personally believe that all the past childhood traumas and things that happened are what shape your feelings for today. And if you don't solve those I don't know what to call it, those occurrences, if you don't solve those and like bring those to life, you just keep pushing it away with watching social media, smoking weed, drinking, watching TV and stuff. I don't even like watching TV. I just watch TV for my family, but I'd rather be doing like shadow work. But if you're doing that shadow work, then it's easier for you to be able to cope with different things. You notice that you have like different triggers in life. Like somebody could say something to you about something, they could sit there and say, oh, you're ugly or some mess like that. And it triggers you because you actually believe that you're ugly. And you have to do that shadow work to be like, okay, why do I think that I'm ugly? Go look in the mirror, and just figure all that stuff. I mean, that's just an example. But it's like different things that people deal with that they can be able to fix, but they're choosing not to fix it because they're too afraid to dig in that shadow. They're too afraid to dig in the heart and meditate, be alone and figure that stuff out. And that's where a person like me will come in and, assist you with that. It's like a therapist, but, just honestly just somebody to talk to, a free therapist. Let's say that, somebody, if you need somebody to talk to or anything, you can join my Discord. I have a Discord and I'm gonna link down in the description. We can sit there and chat. Everybody needs somebody to talk to, or you're gonna be depressed. They say the devil likes to get you alone. They like to make you feel isolated. He likes to make you feel isolated. So if you're isolated and sitting there dwelling in your thoughts, that can be detrimental. You need someone to talk to. So if you need someone to talk to, which you do, if you resonate with this video, then join the Discord down below, and you can talk to me. You can do anything you want, not anything you want, but you can talk to me, and we will get to the bottom of whatever you're feeling. But I hope you guys have a good day. Try not to rush through the video. I want to make sure I say everything that I need to say to you guys. I think recently it's like, bro, anytime I make these videos, I'll be feeling like I'm like 10 minutes down the line. I look up and I'm only like 3 minutes in. I'm like, bro, what the heck, Then I feel like I gotta say more. I feel like the time, it wasn't that, it feels like it was long, but until I look at the time, I'm like, okay, that's not that long. But, recently I've been like learning how to be myself, I've been learning I've been giving myself permission to be a human, Like I kind of feel emotionless sometimes, but now, like I said, recently I've been feeling like, I can be me, I can sit there and look at myself as a human being, a person with emotions, a person with personality. I can be me. I don't have to try to sit there and put up a facade to, I wouldn't even say hang out with people, but it's like put on a facade to step out in public, you know? I can just live my life and just be me, you know? I don't have to overthink, you know? And I'm grateful for that. Some days are a little harder than others, but most of the time I can sit there and just figure out, you know, what's going on with me. If I wake up in the morning and do that shadow work like I was just explaining to you guys, then life's a lot easier for me, you know? I don't have to sit there and be overthinking, but if I don't do that shadow work and get myself together like I need to, then it's like little things start aggravating me, you know? So yeah, I finally gave myself permission. It's like now that I gave myself permission, I can look around the world and, you know, I see that, you know, this world is just full of human beings, you know? I mean, if you don't understand what I'm saying, then you're probably like, duh. But I mean, I don't know. You have to really see where I'm coming from. Like me having depersonalization disorder, you know? It's like I just feel numb. Like most of the times I'll be feeling emotionless. Like I just don't give myself permission to be a human being, like I said. But it's like recently I've just been like, okay, look at myself in the eye in the mirror, like, bro, you're a human, bro. You're allowed to make mistakes. You're allowed to smile. You're allowed to, you know, have your personality show, you know? You don't have to sit there and be a different person. You can be you. Like, I don't know. I'm probably gonna make more videos like these, you know, more vulnerable videos. You know, I've been being a lot more vulnerable in my music, and it's like it's so uncomfortable to be vulnerable, but it's something that you have to do, you know, if you want people to connect with you, if you want to be able to do my what I said my purpose was to my wife leave her phone. Yep. What I said my purpose was to be able to you know, help people with the things that I'm going through. You know, I'm documenting my progress, you know. My music, I haven't been really making a lot of music lately. Like I've been doing shadow work, but my music has, you know, it has a lot of the personal things that I've been going through. But I wasn't really making it. Nah, yeah, I was. I was making it where how I needed it to be. Like I'm sorry, I lost train of thought. Like I've been getting a little vulnerable in my music sometimes, but it's like I feel like I can't get too vulnerable in my music because there be people in my house. Like I don't know, I just haven't been that my whole life. I haven't been that type of person to just let people in. Like I've been that type of person and just deal with my problems on my own, and that's not good, you know. That's why I tell you guys that you guys need somebody to talk to, and that person to talk to can be me, you know, especially if you're dealing with like overthinking, you know, just depersonalization disorder. I don't know why I can't say that. But you know, depression, different things like that, you know, I have knowledge in that, you know. I've done the research, and I could be able to assist you with what you're going through, you know. I might not be able to help you like fully, but I can at least point you in the right direction of things that you can do. But yeah, I got my music that's I'm gonna start dropping music. I got a lot of music of like, you know, the things that I'm going through, and it definitely can help some people. I really shouldn't be holding my music because it could save a life. But like I said, the link's gonna be down in the description. So if you guys are interested in that, then just join the Discord, and I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night.